I want to focus on what I call the politics of writing. We live, and I'll ask this to all my guests to respond, maybe Pawan you can start. We live in a very hyper-polarized world. Either you are a Deshdrohi or a Deshbhakt. It almost seems, as someone said, is it an honest book? Can you really be honest when you have such polarizing opinion in public? आप मेरे साथ हो या मेरे दुश्मन हो? इस तरह की राजनीति में how do you write an honest book, particularly on politics, where the central figure himself, Narendra Modi, is so polarizing? Either you are with Modi or you are against Modi. Can you write an honest book, Pawan Verma, on politics, you think, in today's India?
I think you can write an honest book in terms of your own estimation of it. But a book even on politics is not just a collation of facts. From the collection of facts, you draw some inference, a point of view. The problem today is that we don't have the space left for nuance, of grays. We live in times which are very brittle, where there are polarities of black and white. So what you believe is an honest book will be immediately trolled by some as exceptionally dishonest. And that is the real problem today, that we live in contested times, Rajdeep. And when you write on politics, nobody is looking out for the point of view or its value, but in labeling you as being pro or anti. And the moment you do that, the rest of your argument falls flat between all stools. That label sticks to you. And when that label sticks to you, you are judged by being not what you've not what you've written about, or what you're writing, or what your analysis is. You are judged by the fact that you are on one side of the political spectrum or the other. And this is the problem of writing politics today.
Especially in the age, Manishankar Aiyar, of social media, where everyone has the right to express his or her opinion in 150 characters. I see you have also joined Twitter. Or there is somebody, or is that somebody impersonating you?
Every time I tell Twitter that that's not my account, they bring it down and somebody else brings it up. So I've never been on Twitter. I've never been on Facebook. I've never been on WhatsApp. I totally dislike this social media and see no reason to go into it.
You know, the reason I got troubled was I saw a tweet praising Narendra Modi and in your name. So I wondered, is Manishankar Aiyar also shifting sides for a moment? So I'm glad that you have clarified that point, Mr. Aiyar. But the larger point, in these contested times in which we live, what I called a hyper-polarized world, is it possible to write honestly about someone like Narendra Modi? Or do you think that it is just not possible because the reader has already prejudged the kind of book you're writing?
Look, about 60 years ago, just before I went up to Cambridge, there was a series of lectures delivered by a famous historian, E.H. Carr. And the title was, "What is History?" And basically he said that there is no such thing as objective history, because the historian actually selects the facts that he chooses to highlight and leaves out the facts that he thinks are irrelevant, but which some other historian may regard as very relevant. So he denounced the idea of objective writing altogether, and I've had that book at my bedside for the last 60 years. So I challenge the word honest that you're using.
Objective? Is it possible to be objective?
That's even worse, because as E.H. Carr pointed out, the writer has made his selection from the facts, and therefore he's using those facts that he has selected in order to project a point of view. So the pretense that you're being honest, that's a lovely word. It makes you feel so good. I'm an honest journalist. I can't be an honest journalist. That's a contradiction in terms. You can't say I'm an objective commentator and be anchoring a program on India Today. It's not possible. I know what are your prejudices against me, and therefore I anticipate them when you question me. So therefore, let us not cheat ourselves
Okay.
into believing that there is any honest reporting or any honest comment. If it were honest, it would be very, very dull. It would be saying that I like black, I also like white. Now, what's the point of wanting to know whether you like black or white? I've asked you, which do you prefer? So the reader is wanting to be informed and perhaps for his opinion to either be reinforced or to be challenged.